everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal and I've recorded this video probably about 15 times already. I kept recording and starting over over and over again because I was like, everything has to be perfect. But then I realized if I do that, I'm not being real for myself, and then also I probably would just never end up actually posting it. If I kept recording and starting over, I probably would have never posted this video at all. So for most of y'all that do know, my birthday was in June of this year, and I turned 20. I turned 20 years old back in June, and sometimes it's a very hard thing to process because I can't even believe I'm 20 years old, because I was just in high school. I was just 17 years old in high school, and now I'm 20 years old, a sophomore in college, and I still can't believe it to this day. So with that being said, I just wanted to share a few things that I've learned so far as a young adult and as a girl who just turned 20. So maybe this information could help someone else on their journey of life as well, or help someone else that, that's curious about adulthood as a young adult. So yeah. In addition to this, I did have a list covering over the few things that I've learned so far as a girl who just turned 20, but I don't have a list right now. So I created these sticky notes, basically going over the topics that I want to cover. So I guess this can work, and this will help me a lot with making this video. So the first most important thing that I've learned so far as a girl who just turned 20 is that you have to have a relationship with the Lord. And as someone who didn't necessarily grow up knowing who God was, I had to make my way to the Lord. And I always thought that I could do things on my own strength, and it isn't very impossible to do things on your own strength. But I'm not saying that I didn't know that God was real or not. I always believed there was a higher power and that there was a God, but I didn't necessarily understand who Jesus Christ was himself. So with me being on my walk with Christ and learning more about Jesus and who he is and the miracles he's done, and I was like, hi everyone, I'm back. I actually had to take a break from making that video because something had popped up, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna just have to pick up where I left off. So topic number one, we were talking about putting God first. I have everything listed on my iPad now, so I don't have the sticky notes. I decided to be a little bit more organized because the sticky notes had me going everywhere, all over the place actually. So topic number one, putting God first and him being the forefront and center of our lives. God created us to be fruitful and to multiply. And I've learned that we are creators, and when we're not creating and following God's word, it's so easy. Well, not hard, but it's very easy for us to fall into a depressed state of mind and not understand our purpose in life, or not just understand life. And I feel like you wouldn't necessarily understand life until you make your way to Jesus Christ. So now I would say, as me being 20 years old, I would say I do have a good understanding of life and my purpose, and I'm learning. I'm not perfect, but I'm learning and growing every day with the Lord, and I'm just so thankful that I decided to fully surrender myself to him and trust him in his plans that he do have for me. Topic number two. So we covered topic number one, that was putting God first and understanding his love and his grace. His love and his grace is also greater in our hearts, and I can't forget to mention that as well. Then we can go over topic number two, since we talked about putting God first. Topic number two is that, the second most important thing that I learned so far as a girl who just turned 20 is that when you look good, you feel good. And what this may mean is that putting effort into yourself the first hour of the day will have you feeling amazing. And I promise you, it's not okay to roll out of bed every morning. Don't roll out of bed in the morning. Don't roll out of bed in the morning at all, okay? Because it's not going to have you feeling and looking your best. So when you actually put time and effort into yourself first thing in the morning, I promise you, you're going to have a great day. You're going to be feeling amazing because you took care of yourself and did the things that you were supposed to do in the morning, right? And you're going to look and feel your best. So you can't go wrong with that. You can never go wrong with that. Topic number 3 is that it's okay to make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. We all make mistakes. And without our experiences from our mistakes, we wouldn't be who we are today. So don't let nobody tell you that it is wrong or it's a bad thing to make a mistake. No, it's not a bad thing to make a mistake. When you make mistakes, you learn and you grow from them and you become a better person. So we're learning and we're growing each and every day. So mistakes are needed. Mistakes are needed in our lives, and it is okay to make mistakes because we're not perfect. And as long as you learn from them, just don't be making a mistake knowing that it's wrong or it's bad, and you know you shouldn't be doing it. So, topic number 4. This is the 4th most important thing that I've learned so far as a girl who just turned 20, is that friendships, relationships, and family is something that we all cannot do life without. Without friends, family, and relationships, I'm pretty sure that we probably wouldn't be who we are today. Because when we're around our friends and our family, or maybe our boyfriend or girlfriend, we can learn and grow from one another. But also, you want to have friends and relationships that are valuable and that are worth something and that are set on intentions. I understand that you may not have the same bond with someone else, but someone else as a friend versus, well, let me not say it that way. Okay, so what I mean to say is that when you have friends, just don't be calling someone your friend because you know that person, or because y'all may be co-workers, or y'all went to school together, or you know that person for a certain amount of years. That does not make a person your friend. When you actually understand the definition of a friend and what a friend may mean to you, that's when you can call someone your friend. And a friend to me is someone that can hold me accountable, someone that I can count on, and someone that I can love, that I can love and support, and I value my friendships. I'm someone that values and cherish friendships, and friendships like homegirls, I look at them like my sisters, basically. So, my sisters, but my sister from another mother. So, then I want to cover relationships. Make sure you actually like that person before you get a relationship with them. Just don't date that person because you think they're cool or because they have certain things going for themselves. Make sure that person actually has a great heart. And same thing with friendships. Make sure that person has a great heart and that person is an amazing person. Don't be hanging around that person because it's like a social status thing, or they're cool or they're popular. That's not okay. When you're dating someone, date with intentions, and that's a waste of your time. For me personally, I like to date people. I date people because I actually like that person and I want to get to know that person, and not because of what that person have going for themselves, but because of how that person carried themselves and what's inside their heart. And the heart is the number one thing that's important to me when I look for friends friends or guys, or whenever I'm talking to guys. But if that person doesn't have a good heart, I wouldn't even associate myself with them. Or I see if that person isn't a good person, then I wouldn't associate myself with them. And that's just a rule that I live by. So have boundaries and standards between relationships and friendships. So what this may mean is that when you're in a talking stage with someone. Do not play a girlfriend role when you are not a girlfriend, and do not be a girlfriend when you playing a house. Well, do not be a girlfriend being a wife when you are not a wife. So until that person actually shows you that they're ready to take things to the next step, whether you're talking to them or you're dating or you're planning on getting engaged, until that person actually shows you that they're worthy of taking things to the next step, then don't overplay your part in your role in that person's life, because things could turn left very quick. And then also, the Lord should be the foundation set on your friendships and relationships as well. And then family. I would like to talk about family. We probably wouldn't even be where we are or who we are today if it wasn't for our family. Whether you have a good relationship with your family or not, people like to take family for granted, and sometimes we wouldn't be who we are without our family, or we don't necessarily realize how big of a purpose our family serves in our life. And family is something that is also very valuable. So don't take it for granted. That was topic number 4. The fourth most important thing I've learned so far as a girl who just turned 20. Bear with me. I'm a little bit camera shy, and it's not something that I, do often. So I'm getting the hang of everything, guys. The fifth most important thing that I've learned so far as a girl who just turned 20 is that education is something that is very important. Knowledge is power. Education opens doors, whether it's you're going to college for getting your degree, trade, or certification. And education is more than just school. So with me being a biology pre-med major, I find ways to educate and learn different things outside of what I'm going to school for. So education is something that is always going to be lifelong. Even though I may be studying and practicing medicine, I'm also interested on educating myself on different things outside of school, or building a stable foundation for certain things outside of school. So education also shapes our values, mindset, and the ability to adapt and change. And I'm a very strong believer that the more you know, the more successful you become. Education is something that is broad, and it's not a one lane thing. And some people like to think education is something that is one lane. No, you should be trying to learn and grow as much as you can, educate and receive as much knowledge as you possibly can. And don't be trying to set your mind as just like a boss. You want to be open-minded about certain things. I feel like a lot of times we have a cultural norm that we feel like education is something that we have a cultural norm that we're so used to certain things, and that can be influenced by our culture, our family, our environment, or the media. We're influenced by certain things that sets our mind in this little box. And I would feel like you have to get out that box. And I can understand why people say after high school, go to college or do things go to college or get out of your hometown, learn as much as you can, because time is going to fly. And I learned that so far with me being a sophomore in college. I was just in high school. So that was topic number 5. Okay, so this topic number 6, it kind of ties back into topic number 5. And I wanted to say that after high school, these should be your building years. Between the ages of 18 and 21, or 18 to at least 25, these should be the years where you're strictly focused on becoming the better version of yourself. Because this is when you're going to be your youngest. This is time that you're never going to get back. So it's okay to, especially when you're this age, it's okay to make mistakes. And you should learn and grow as much as you can. Continue to be curious about life. Continue to be curious about your career, your goals, or the things that you want to accomplish in your life. Because this is the first time in our lives where we don't have nobody in our ear, our parents in our ear telling us what we can and cannot do. So fall in love with everything. fall in love with everything over and over again until until you like give up. Well, don't give up until you succeed. Fall in love with everything. Whether you fall in love with it, then fall out of love with it, it's okay. That's what I was trying to say. Explore, take risks, do not settle for anything less than what your heart truly desires. And it's okay to take risks, educated risks. You want to make sure that you educate yourself on risks before you take them. Or that's the same thing as like making mistakes to me. I feel like when you take risks, you can also make a mistake when taking risks, but there's so many things that you can learn from taking risks, and that's how I look at that. I'm a little bit uncomfortable in this chair, guys. Oh, what is this? Okay, so topic number 7. The 7th most important thing that I've learned so far as a girl who just turned 20 is that, like I said, okay, this kind of ties into topic number 5 and topic number 6 in a way. Basically building. Okay, so your number 7 is that when you're this young, you're still building something for yourself and you're learning, because this is the first time where we don't have necessarily our parents in our ear talking to us, telling us what we can and cannot do. So this is like finances. You would want to be intentional with your money, okay? And learn how to build wealth, whether it's just like, even like weekly. People don't understand that $100 a week is equivalent to like $5,200 a year. And once you understand like the psychology of money, it is like, it helps you build long-term wealth once you understand the psychology of money. But you definitely don't want to continue like working like, actually, no, let me not say that. Invest my ways. So, like I was saying, building long-term wealth and investing and saving your money is always good. You never know where it can take you, especially at this age. And it doesn't even have to be a lot. Just, if you can throw something here and there, then I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot. It would be very beneficial to you and the things that you want to accomplish in your life. That was covering financial literacy. So I have a good understanding of financial literacy and how to be intentional with your money. And you can do things like that by real estate, entrepreneurship, business, stocks, and skills, like learning new things. And like I said, it does kind of turn into, this kind of goes back into topic number 5 and 6. Okay. Knowing who you are. As a young adult, I can understand that we all go through seasons of self-discovery and figuring out who we are and trying to like fit in with other people or the crowd, or just like figuring in what everybody else may be doing. So number 8 is that topic number 8 is covering. There is so much power in knowing who you are, knowing what you like, and knowing what you don't like. Know how to be yourself in new environments and do not follow the crowd or certain people. Be grounded in learning and growing and becoming a better version of yourself each and every day. And I feel like once you set that foundation and you're grounded in that foundation, you know exactly who you are, and no one else can try to tell you what you are and what you aren't. So, or it's not even just that, but you don't have to try to be something you're not in order to fit in. So that's something that I've learned on my journey of life as a girl who just turned 20. And being something you're not can be influenced by the media or like your cultural background. And another thing also, between the ages of like 18 to like 20, like we're still in like a season of figuring out who we are, because like this is the first time, like I said, the first time in our lives where we don't have anyone telling us we're not like in high school anymore, or we're not listening to our parents. We don't have to listen to our parents for certain things. So I think that was the last one. This video is almost 20 minutes long. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I made it through this video. I was so nervous, but I'm getting there. So I basically, after I covered those few things, I basically wanted to share my intentions on this channel and with this channel actually, and I just want to go over like who I am, and I should have put this in the introduction, but I guess it's the outro now. So I wanted to go over who I am, what I plan on doing with this channel. It's my first video, so I'm very excited that I finally got it out the way, and I probably made a few mistakes, but I'm gonna learn and grow with content, so it is okay. So my stage name is A Love Galore Girl. Y'all might see that in my bio and be like, why did she call herself A Love Galore Girl? I call myself A Love Galore Girl because I follow my heart and my passion, and I do all things in love. I'm a love galore girl, meaning I love in abundance. And this is just the name that I came up with in high school, and I thought it was so cute, and I thought that it was a title that best described me. So I could never go wrong with this title. I love this title so much. There's so much meaning behind this and my overall personality and how I would describe myself. So on this channel, I'm gonna probably just post like my everyday life, or like something that I've learned, maybe like learning skills or something that I'm learning in my life, and maybe this set of information could help someone else that want to create content or don't necessarily know where to start. So I might just start off by doing like beauty content, health content, college content. So I really did enjoy, those are things that I really do enjoy, but I'm a little bit camera shy. I'm still, oh my goodness, I'm watching the time. I'm almost 20 minutes into this video. Alright guys, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a few things. I hope you learned something from this video. So, peace.